Today, I asked a bunch of Wynncraft YouTubers some questions about what they think about the game and Wynncraft on YouTube. This is a continuation of the last video where I couldn't fit all of their responses, so here it is. What do Wynncraft YouTubers really think? So, what made you get into / like or love Wynncraft in general?
Take a second here to take you back. So I have been a fan of Hermitcraft ever since Season 2. And while I had watched one or two of Grian's videos, I was largely unaware of him until he joined Hermitcraft in Season 6. Once he joined, I started watching all of his Hermitcraft videos, and it was one of his Hermitcraft videos that put Wynncraft on my radar. Hermitcraft 6, episode 57, uploaded on April 2nd, 2019. A little bit into the video, Grian mentioned co-owning a server with Salted and showed the new official Wynncraft trailer that had been uploaded only a week prior. My mind was blown that something like this existed in Minecraft, and I just had to check it out. I've been a fan of MMOs since I was little, playing Club Penguin, RuneScape, Wizard 101, Warframe, Black Desert Online, etc. I put over 8,000 hours into RuneScape, 500 to 1,000 in Wizard 101, 3,000 in Black Desert Online, 2,000 in Warframe, and countless more in all the others that I've played. I get obsessed with MMOs, and when I saw that there was a Minecraft MMO, I had to play it. And once I started playing it, the thing that truly got me to love Wynncraft was the cutscenes, the story, and the lore. It's just so deep in a way that you wouldn't expect when looking at the game on the surface. You don't expect Wynncraft, just this Minecraft server, to have such wonderful cutscenes and such a deep, rich story. I played night and day for about a week with no guides, and without using the wiki or website for information. I wanted to relive my childhood of getting to experience an MMO without knowing how to do anything. And it was probably my favorite experience playing Wynncraft, not knowing a damn thing and just discovering the world on my own. But after playing for a week, I chose to stop playing, and then I picked the game back up again officially in late 2020.
About how I got into Wynncraft. I got into it through a Vietnamese Minecraft forums back in 2014. I just quit and come back every now and then to Wynncraft. Just never really left my mind.
I mean, Wynncraft is really the first MMORPG I've ever played. I joined it for the first time 2015. While I was quite new to Minecraft, I was just looking for some servers, and I heard that Wynncraft was a quite cool server. So I tried joining it. In the early days, it was before Gavel, so the max combat level was level 75. The Ocean update had just come out. Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. I played it a bit, not too much. Then I took a break, played a lot of Hypixel, and then eventually, like when the Gavel update came, I came back and played a lot more. What made me fall in love is basically, it's because it was my first MMORPG. I really feel like I really enjoyed it because of that, because like I actually do enjoy like MMORPG games, even though I don't really play any other ones. And I really love Minecraft, so it's just a perfect combination for me.
I think probably one of the biggest things, to be honest, is like, you know, for a lot of people, they had like a first game that got them into playing games. I know for a lot of people it was Pokemon or Zelda or whatever. For me, that game was RuneScape, which was a little bit bizarre for a kid who was like 5.5 at the time. So after RuneScape, you know, I played a little bit of MapleStory, then I played some like Realm of the Mad God. You know, so a lot of like MMORPGs have really been the games that kind of defined my childhood. So when I found out like, oh, hey, you know, now I'm playing a lot of Minecraft, and then now there's this MMORPG for Minecraft. Yeah, that was basically how I got started.
I think it was just one day in school when one of my older friends said, you know, should we try playing on a new Minecraft server today? And then I got the IP. I think this was back in like July or something, back in 2014. And I guess I just didn't find the disconnect button.
Grian's 2015 videos got me to Wynncraft. I watched him because I loved building in Minecraft, and he was, you know, a building YouTuber. He made those tutorials which I watched, which I learned from, and he also made several Wynncraft videos, which sadly he unlisted, which is quite a shame, but yeah, I watched them. And then I told myself, you know what? I should try that game. I tried and I fell in love with it.
I was introduced to it by a friend in late 2015 and stuck around mostly because of the item system. That's probably the one biggest thing keeping me here. along with the people I met and weird game mechanic stuff in general. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's really mostly friends.
Why did you specifically choose to do Wynncraft content / switch over to Wynncraft content on YouTube?
So I started making YouTube videos back in 2012 when I was a freshman in high school. I had a pathetic laptop that could barely play most games at minimum settings, and I tried to make some Minecraft videos. They were garbage. Let's just say they were not worth keeping around, so they are banished to the void. You will never find them. A few years later, I decided I wanted to try my hand at streaming on Twitch, and had moderate success. I built up to over 1,500 followers, but after constant interruptions from life, I lost most of my viewership and lost all motivation to stream. During this lull of no motivation, I decided that I wanted to make a fresh start on YouTube. I wanted to make content that would allow me to build an audience that could eventually bridge over to Hytale once that game was released. I saw Hytale's release as my goal. I wanted to build a successful YouTube channel before Hytale launched so that the audience I would have would allow me to grow from Hytale and build a proper career out of YouTube. I knew my options for doing this were limited to Minecraft and other similar games. The issue though was if I made decent quality Minecraft videos, I would not grow enough before Hytale's release. The game was far too saturated. I needed to build myself off of something that had a dedicated community, but not a large creator base. I thought about it and realized that the perfect solution was staring me right in the face. Wynncraft. It's an MMO with a relatively good sized community and not that many creators, so I would be able to make content and actually grow. And I decided right then and there that I was going to try and become the #1 Wynncraft YouTuber.
I think Wynncraft YouTube lacks quality right now compared to other communities like Hypixel. The reason why I even started making Wynncraft video at first was because I all of a sudden had a bunch of video ideas that came to mind, and I wanted to make them. Having some editing and thumbnail making knowledge from having done YouTube before, I started out making simple guides. To be honest, I would still be making that now if I hadn't tried making meme edits.
I mean, if you look back on my channel, I started with like Hypixel content 5 years ago. And then since I really liked Wynncraft and it was a good server and I was still playing it all like quite often while not making videos and while not streaming, I sometimes decided to start making some videos, and then I ended up making more and more and less of Hypixel.
Well, you know, I've always been pretty interested even before I started doing like Wynncraft content. I mean, I'm currently a developer for a mod pack called Rebirth of the Night, and I actually kind of got started with that because I made a bunch of different tutorials and guides on like different aspects of the mod pack. So if you look at like best known Wynncraft videos on my channel are definitely the class build guides, like the most viewed Wynncraft videos on my channel, right? So I've always been very interested in making tutorials, kind of helping people figure out how to play different games. Making class build tutorials for a game that I was really interested in at the time was, you know, basically like something natural to me.
Well, I first had this one channel where me and my friends just did random Minecraft videos, but then I deleted that one and then created this one. I first started off just doing random Minecraft videos, but since Wynncraft sort of was the server I played the most on, it just felt sort of to be the right thing to do content of.
I started with building time lapses, however, then I made a behind the scenes video because I am a member of the Wynncraft content team and people liked it, so I did more Wynncraft videos, and after like 2 years I pretty much just did only Wynncraft, and whenever I tried doing something else, like the YouTube analytics told me that my audience didn't really like it, so my audience is pretty much addicted to Wynncraft content, and I liked it. I really love Wynncraft. For the last like 3 or 4 months I haven't been uploading, but once Wynncraft 2.0 releases, I definitely plan on getting back on.
Probably because it's the one thing I'm confident in that's large enough to get more than 10 views live. But more seriously, I saw a massive hole in educational Wyn content and way too much misinformation, so I made videos once in a while about basic game mechanics that aren't explained too well, along with explaining certain events regarding game mechanics that would otherwise be missed by the average player.
What features / updates are you personally hoping to see from Wynncraft in the near future?
I'm hoping we travel to Froma soon. The bits and pieces we see and hear about it from quests leave me desperate to go there. Freaking gates are just haunting you. I know we're gonna get there eventually. 1.21 maybe, fingers crossed. Really hoping it's sometime this year. I'm hoping they add a 2-person raid into the game. Currently we have a raid that requires 4 players, a raid that requires 4 to 6, and a raid that requires 3 to 4. And every single one of these requires a moderate sized group of players, and you're not even able to attempt it with less than that. If you have one friend that plays the game, you've got to go find other randoms to play with. And I want them to add another raid with only 2 people as a requirement. I'm hoping Wynncraft will add some mythics that are rare drops from endgame bosses at a drop rate of like 1 in 100 to 1 in 500, but are exclusive to those bosses. So rather than having to farm chests forever, you can just farm a specific boss and you would know exactly what mythic you're going to get from that boss. I love the rarity of mythic items, but I hate that apart from Discoverer, you can just get them all from anything at the right level. I really think that farming a boss would give the end game a nice bit of variety for hunting from a new mythic weapon or a new mythic armor piece. And on that topic, I really hope they add mythic accessories or other pieces of armor besides the 10 pairs of boots. There's not enough mythics in this game that aren't just weapons and boots.
I'm just happy with whatever they roll out. As an endgame player, I have no interest in any other things besides trying out new mythics anymore. When someone asks me what's my problem with Wynncraft, I'd always complain about lack of updates. So yeah, I'm sure whatever update they roll out, it's gonna be a quality and enjoyable one.
I mean, definitely Fruma and Dern, of course. I mean, who isn't excited for that? Though, on the upside, like I am excited for new quests, though I'm kind of frightened for them to change a lot of the current ones. Since I'm the one of Voices of Wynn, the mod that adds voice acting, and we're really close to finishing it now. So if they, like, for example, for the next update, they're gonna rework a lot of things. Let's hope that they don't rework too much of the dialogue, so that it will put us back too much. But yeah, especially just through new quests and Dern, and possibly even with Dern more higher level content or something.
I think that's a really good question. I definitely feel like the 2 major things I'd want to see. The first one is obviously, more content, right? This should go without saying. Fruma, Dern. Right now, it feels like a lot of content is kind of fleshing out the progression from, 1 to 105, which I definitely think is a good thing. I heard they've reworked a lot of the dungeons, so like bosses are more fun now, right? So I definitely like that the progression of the game from 1 to 105 is good, because previously it kind of just felt like, everything prior to 105 is just a tutorial. But for someone like me, I have, all of the classes at 105 or 106, right? I could go back and replay it and do all that, but I don't really want to, you know what I mean? So I definitely want to see more endgame content, and I also want to see more expansion on the combat system. I think Wynncraft's spell system is really elegant. I think the whole dichotomy between spell and melee, I definitely feel like the issue right now is that it's a little too simple, right? There's not really much you can do with spells apart from the 4 you're given. Of course you can chain them together, but that's kind of the extent to which spells go. And of course, main attack damage is just right click or left click until the thing dies, right? So I definitely like to see more spell variety. Maybe if you can swap out spells for certain things, or maybe if you chain spells in a certain way, there are new effects that get added. I definitely think those would be good changes. I think one of the strong things that Wynncraft has going for it at all is the fact that it has spells and the fact that it has such a unique combat system. And I think not developing on that is honestly kind of a big mistake.
I think I speak for most people when I look forward to both Fruma and the Dern updates. Bloomy, of course. New quests. So I have more videos to do.
I am part of the content team, so I will not answer this question because I do not want to spoil anything.
Definitely something to change the soul point system. It's seriously problematic for many newer players and either inconvenient or completely non-existent for long-time Wynncrafters. Possibly the only aspect of Wynn that is 100% negative. That's not really an update adding thing, so here's one. I'd love to see an update to item lore. Currently there's a ton of questionable grammar, dated descriptions, and most of all, just a lack of stories on items.
Alright, last question. Are there any Wynncraft content creators that you really like watching / think are underrated?
My personal favorite Wynncraft creator is Psyduck, and I just really wish he made more videos. He doesn't have the motivation for it, he's said so on many occasions, but there's a lot of information I've learned from his videos, and I don't think they get anywhere near as many views as they deserve.
My favorite Wynncraft YouTuber would be Shots prior to when he quit making Wynncraft videos. Now I guess it'd be like Saya. But he makes like one video every year. There's not much to say for me besides it's getting really stale, so yeah, that's my conclusio.
There aren't really that many anymore, and I don't watch too many actually. The only ones I actually do watch are like Renee and Olinus actively, even though Renee has not done too many Wynncraft videos recently. So yeah, those are the two Wynncraft YouTubers that I usually watch, and my own videos, of course.
Yeah, well, you know, first off, everybody that I played the old XMP with, check out their channels. Obviously your channel. I do actually watch some of your Wynn videos still, every now and then. I don't play myself, but I see your Let's Play basically, and I'm, you know, pretty big fan of that. I feel like one person who does a lot of stuff for the community, but maybe doesn't get as much attention is Chaos Dragon. I'm sure you've probably heard of his challenges and all the, like, you know, the random modifier stuff. The dude puts a lot of effort into his videos. The dude puts a lot of effort into his, like, events. And so I really do wish that he had kind of a bigger following. There are more people that participated in his stuff, so definitely go check his stuff out. I did his first challenge. I actually ended up winning, I think, second in that. But I had a blast doing that. It was really a lot of fun. It was a well-planned event. You know, trying to one-up people was just, you know, it's something that definitely builds a sense of community. And yeah, I definitely think you guys should go check out his channel.
Back when he was active, I used to think that Turbo was really underrated, but sadly he's been inactive for like 2 years now or something. I don't watch content that much, but I try to watch most of the videos that are posted, or at least highlighted. I try to at least keep track of who is a content creator and who's not, but I don't always have time to watch everyone's content.
Draco, of course, and then I'd say Chaos Dragon. Now, you know, I would say K-Maxi and Linus, but they aren't underrated. They have more subscribers than I do, so like they have the fame they deserve. And then Turbo Stratus, which isn't uploading anymore, but his videos were amazing. Oh, I completely forgot about Glazer. His videos are probably the best, no offense, but they're like way higher in quality than mine.
I don't really watch Wynncraft content, but late ogre's speedruns are cool. Gotta repeat my original shout out for you as well. And of course, I'm waiting for Highmore to upload the sequel to Psyduck Dies for 10 minutes straight sounds to study chill relax to ASMR.
So yeah, those are everyone's responses. This took forever to make, but I'm pretty happy with the results, and it was pretty fun to make. So if you got this far, let me know some other creators I should do this with, and some other questions you would want me to ask them. Anyways, subscribe, and I will see you later.